Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Pew! Pew, 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 pew! What would you have?
Pew, 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 pew. Come on, Jess, you gotta pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
You know, dance.
Standard,
Ooh, that's a good movie to put on.
Star Wars, I think. Pretty sure that's Welcome in, everyone, to episode 309 of P-Movies and Beyond. We got a great episode for you. I prepared a game.
Whoa! A game. Usually we prepare the games when we're not prepared.
I did it last minute, so, I mean, what does that tell you? Hey, I'm going to try to churn you up, Ryan.
Maybe I'll just turn up myself.
Make you a little bit louder so we can hear you. This might be some poor audio quality, but we'll give it a shot here. We're all kicking it in the basement, and I got a special guest.
Who's a special guest? Kyden's there.
Yeah, it's me, Kyden. Hey,
Kyden, welcome to our humble little podcast. Little do you know that we're number one in the universe. Nicolas Cage watches all of our content obsessively, and I
think he prefers to read it.
He likes the transcript.
Yeah,
he reads our podcast.
Yeah.
He has someone transcribe our podcast.
That's right.
He's like, I don't have time to listen to this. I don't have time to watch it. I just need to read this episode today.
What do you think for Nick Cage when he sold his island? Was he renting it or did he buy the whole thing? Like, how does that work?
He bought an island, I'm pretty sure.
But do you have to pay property tax for it?
Yeah, I mean, islands are owned by governments.
But he bought the island, so it's his.
Yeah, but probably depending on the government. Some governments just don't give a shit. I'll sell you that island. I don't care because they probably don't even really, technically kind of own it. But
did he finance the island? Why do you have to sell it?
Because he went bankrupt.
Well, yeah,
you can't buy islands, dinosaur skulls, have octopuses, octopi, I guess, cats.
Don't tell me he got rid of his octopuses.
What else did he have?
Well, they die really quick, so it's not like a big deal.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah. You might remember Kyden, though, from our Nicolas Cage Palooza episode that
where I had to cut him off from his history lesson.
No.
I'm about to do it today too.
No.
No, you were awesome in that episode. I think you brought the most insight out of most people who and they've done the podcast before. I think they just wanted to hear them talk, hear themselves talk. I'm trying to spell Undertaker, but I'm putting understand.
Yeah. So he had so much fun on that. He's like, hey, when do I got to go on the real thing? And here he is. And
I'm here on the real thing.
Yeah. But, because Ryan stingy with all the equipment. We only had one microphone.
No, it's not true.
No.
Truth.
So we're doing it old school, just yelling into a laptop, and hopefully it's good. If not, blame it on Ryan.
If not, blame it on Peter for his unpreparedness.
Yeah. I feel like, is there an age limit that you need to be to be on a podcast? I mean,
Ryan, is that the quick question?
No, I'm just curious. Do we need to have him sign waivers? Because he is officially 18 now, so this is gonna be
of age.
Yeah, he is of age, and it's gonna be an interesting perspective. On this, and I guess for listeners out there, I think this is appropriate. Why Kyden is in my basement is because he's my stepson.
I live here.
Yes, he lives here.
I live here in the second room.
I don't just have random 18-year-old boys in my house.
Yeah, you might. Good thing you clarified that one, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah, lucky.
Allegations.
All right, are you guys ready to do this game?
Sure, let's do it.
I'm curious how well you're gonna do this. Ryan, play the quick question. This is our quick question. It's gonna be a game where you just answer my question a few times and you get points. Okay?
So it's like, whose line is it anyway? Where the points don't matter and this is all made up?
No, there's gonna be a winner.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
That's like the guy from Metalocalypse. Did you ever watch
Dragon Ball Z.
Really? Did you guys ever watch Metalocalypse?
Hell yeah. I went to the concert, dude.
Awesome. Fucking awesome.
I went to go see Death Clock live and fucking Mastodon opened for them, dude.
Wasn't there two of them? Wasn't it just two guys?
Yeah, it was the two creators basically, and
They were really cool. Go ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
yeah. Okay, Peter has he's a thing. Peter, tell us the thing.
Okay. No peeking. So this might. I'm curious about how well Kyden will do at this. You too, Ryan. I don't know, but you definitely. I think you both should know some of these answers here. And I found this article on Slash Film. Just came out the other day. It's called "The 12 Coolest Spaceships in Sci-Fi Movie History." Ryan, don't go look it up right now.
If you know what I'm about to put on right now, I'm far from what this one is.
Already distracted. So this is what we're gonna do. I think we should do like 3 rounds of this, just so it doesn't go on forever.
Okay.
And you guys just you will go back and forth. We'll start with Kyden. He's our guest, and you tell me the coolest spaceship from a sci-fi movie. I'll tell you if it's on this list, and you get a point if you get one right.
I know it. I know the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
USS Enterprise. It's got to be on there.
All right, yes.
That's
You
what I
are
was
right. So Kyden gets 1 point. USS Enterprise from Star Trek is absolutely on there.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go Millennium Falcon.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, I can.
It's not out
That is a spaceship. It travels through space.
Remind everyone, this is not my list. And Ryan, you're wrong.
What?
It's not on the
there.
list.
What the fuck?
I know. I was blown away too.
Wait. Okay, let me ask this question.
I know. Sorry, that's 0 points for
Are
Ryan.
any Star Wars ships on there then?
I can't answer that. That's cheating.
This game's rigged. I don't even want to play it. It's rigged.
11. It's USS Enterprise and 11 different ships except for the Millennium Falcon. Guy made this list.
All right, Kyden.
The Millennium Falcon is its own like character, just like the USS Enterprise is.
I told you I didn't make this list, and
Okay.
I'm shocked as you are. I could. Do you want to give credit so you can go yell at this guy?
Yeah.
It's by Chris. He's man. Hesman.
Yeah, he
He's not
doesn't know his name.
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh,
Chris, you have a shitty list.
you find him, but okay. But we're 1-0 right now in round
Okay.
1.
All right, Okay. I'm going to go with another Star Wars ship. This one's so badass. If it's not on there, the Star Destroyers. Star Destroyer.
Yeah, that's very iconic as well. But that's not
How?
on the list.
This guy hates Star Wars. There's no reason that a Star Destroyer shouldn't be on there.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to say any. Wait, is there a subtitle in this list that says any ship besides a Star Wars ship?
I will say this: there's only one ship from like each sci-fi movie, if it even is a franchise. Okay,
What?
so
You mean out of Star Wars, there's not the Millennium Falcon?
no.
That's bullshit.
All right, but did you hear that? There's only one of these coolest spaceships from each sci-fi movie
We
/
should just
franchise in this list. There's no multiple franchises on here. All
Just-
right.
Just name every single Star Wars ship until we get with the one is.
Well, then you might lose.
I'm winning.
All right, Ryan. What do you got?
I have to tell you a name, or can I tell you the franchise?
If you can get close enough, I think I'll award you. Because I know some of these I'm like, I can't remember that name. So go ahead.
Well, I was thinking Starship Troopers, but I'm gonna no. Independence Day, ID4, Independence Day, whatever those freaking aliens were driving.
So I don't know how old this guy is, but no.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. So are they spaceships, or is it just like a mode of transportation that can go in space? Like it's like a space scooter. Because I'm thinking Flash Gordon.
No. These are all.
Yeah, that's a good one.
These are all
Already,
ships.
I'm gonna go for it. Flash Gordon's fucking scooter.
Oh man, this is not going how I was thinking.
How do you think we're gonna do if he takes out all the good movies?
That is
dude. All right. I got one, Peter.
Terrible list.
Serenity.
Oh, right, I got one. That means you're gonna have a tiebreaker.
Fuck. What the fuck? What is the Serenity from?
Firefly and Serenity.
Yeah, Serenity. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll keep on going until we have a winner. So round 4 now. You guys are tied 1-1. Kyden, what do you got?
I don't know. I'm thinking
And they, I will say, they go pretty old. There's some classic ones here, which I'm sure once I go over this list, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, and I'm sure you guys are gonna disagree with a lot. Again, this is not my list.
We're gonna riot against. Dude, is that Arnold?
One's gonna be like the fucking Y-wing or something from Star Wars. I don't know. Spaceships, dude. I don't know. That one, the ship from Alien.
See,
I will allow it. That is correct.
Yes.
The USCSS Nostromo.
Nostromo. That ship's
right?
cool, man.
all right. What about
here.
Battlestar Galactica? That ship.
That's a series.
So is Star Trek.
Yeah,
but they made movies.
This is
I said
the
Enterprise.
dumbest list ever. This is the dumbest. The Mars Attack alien ship.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, that is cool, but no.
But it's probably not on there, huh? How old is this guy? 87 years old and only thinks Citizen Kane is a movie?
Like,
all right. Sorry, Ryan. We have a winner. It's Kyden. Yeah. All right.
Now I'm more curious what's on the list because, dude, if they have like the Doctor Who fucking ship on there, that it doesn't count.
No, they got the phone booth.
No. So, all right. You already got the alien one. The Event Horizon, which I do think that's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
That's a cool ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You agree? This one I never thought anyone was going to get. It's like Fried. It's from A Woman in the Moon, which you guys don't even know, so it doesn't matter. But how about this? Discovery 1 from a 2001 A Space Odyssey.
I've watched like the first 5 minutes of that movie.
All right. Ryan said, okay, you watched 5 minutes. What about The Flying Saucer from The Day the Earth Stood Still?
I've never seen it.
It's the same flying saucer as Mars Attacks.
So what, do you say that I need to give it to you?
Yeah. There's no difference in that.
I was going to say UFO. I was going to say UFO.
All right. And you know what? I think I disagree. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Nebuchadnezzar from The Matrix. I butchered that.
The Nebuchadnezzar or something.
Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar. Kneezer.
Okay.
From The Matrix. Is that really a spaceship? They didn't went to space.
They went to space.
No, that's stupid.
And
that just validates why this list is stupid because the Millennium Falcon's not on it, but this is on there.
They got the Nebuchadnezzar.
Fine, okay, I'll get to the Star Wars. The X-Wing.
I was going to say X-Wing.
When you said Y-Wing, it's like, oh, is that your final answer?
I was going to go X-Wing. That's like Luke's ship, and I feel like it is iconic, but
yeah,
not as cool as Millennium
Falcon. It didn't make it in all of the movies.
No,
like it was like sunken in Dagobah in like the first part of Empire Strikes Back.
Still there.
But the Millennium Falcon was fucking cruising around with Lando Calrissian drinking Colt 45s.
Yeah. Kid, it's not my list. All right, real quick, the other ones you missed. The Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's cool. I was going to say that. I didn't know how old this guy is.
Yeah, the Mothership from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Heart of Gold from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's a cool movie.
So,
What about Independence Day? Like the major plot point of that movie is where they activate an alien ship and start shooting down the aliens with their own ship. And it was a cool ship.
Is that really the coolest one, though?
It was a cool ship. They had toys of it.
I'd almost say the ship from Battleship was cooler than some of these. Dude, that thing leapt through water. How cool is that shit?
Battleship. It's not a spaceship, though.
It came from space.
Mm.
And then it just did some water stuff.
Are the ships from Arrival in there? Because those were cool.
Yeah, I agree. Those were cool ships.
This guy, he's too old. He's too old.
Also, I mean, the RV from Spaceballs, I mean, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's a good one, too.
It's Millennium Falcon.
And, we just got different mentalities. Like, this is the hardest thing. I mean, like, I bet if all three of us did our own list, they'd be very different. Sure, we'd have probably some of the same ones, but this guy put fucking The Matrix on there. They never went to space once.
We would all have the Millennium Falcon like normal people.
3 movies. They probably did something.
Yeah. No. There's 4 movies. And no, they did not go to space. It was all based on Earth.
Well, shit. It's in The Matrix, dude. Anything goes.
But, I mean, all right, maybe it wasn't as well planned out as I thought. But, hey, a game.
Hey, woo.
That's about 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, like it.
What's our next thing on the agenda?
Oh, it's I clicked the button, but we are.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
Movies and Beyond.
Oh man, I hate the week after Super Bowl or a week or two because the trailers suck afterwards. Everybody blows their load on the second week of February for Super Bowl and for Valentine's Day.
And it's kind of funny too because you got like new Flash trailers that had just a little bit of new footage, which I was like, who cares? We already the big one was Super Bowl, so you don't need to discuss that anymore. But yes, and there wasn't too many. There was one I forgot. They had the Secret Invasion. I saw that trailer randomly from Disney Plus.
Oh, dude, and I saw Mandalorian trailer randomly. Like they snuck that one in.
Yeah, there's one of those, which it was so weird, and I didn't see it very much. I forgot to put on this list, but the ones I did are there's some good ones. Come on, Ryan. Like there's some movies I want to see on this list. I only got 3 though. Probably we mentioned this one before. This is The Machine with Bert Kreischer.
This was probably the best trailer because I think when we saw the first one, we were like, is this real? Are they going to make this? And they were still kind of on the fence of it, right?
Yeah, and this is now the official trailer. Are you familiar, Kyden, with Bert Kreischer?
I watched this whole up he did about it, and
yeah, so you know the story about the whole train thing, the Russian train.
Did he shoot anybody on that train?
No, it's
that's what I saw in the trailer.
This is so.
I remember him telling the story. He was just walking. He was on the train in Russia.
Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah, and he fucking.
Yep, he's fucking.
And he's there, and he's on this train. He talks to some Russian dudes, and then he drinks a bunch of beer or something, and then goes.
Oh, he's always drinking beer.
And then he goes I am the machine in Russian. That's the only thing he knows.
Yep.
And they're like, he's the machine.
Yeah.
And then they take him under his wing, and he's like, yeah.
From what I got from the trailer, it's them kind of recreating that story, and then going into a myth, and because it's telling that story, and then it's 23 years later where it's him all grown up, I don't know if he's playing comedian or not, but he has Mark Hamill as his dad, which is awesome. And
drove the
right-
X-Wing, the only ship the guy in your game acknowledges.
That's his fucking ship.
Star Wars, yes. And and the Russian mob comes and like kidnaps both of them, and like now they're fighting to escape. Is kind of the gist that I got. But it looks hilarious, though.
Yeah.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Old School. Like it's too good of a story that it has to be put on film. And I feel like Old School is one of those where like super bad, you know, like you get that whole like and storytelling. You know how we were talking about Thor, like Thor Ragnarok was the storytelling from Korg, not the actual story, like, but how Korg wanted to tell the story. So it sounds like we're getting a movie from like Bert Kreischer's storytelling, and I like movies like this. Like that reminds. That's kind of like a Nicolas Cage's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, or upcoming this week, Cocaine Bear. Like, who knows if that really happened? You know, but I'm interested and I want to watch it.
Again, it's stuff happened. This is one of those movies. You know, it's based on true events, right? So. Yeah, you have the one thing like, yeah, I was on a Russian train once, and then the rest is fabricated, right? Just like, there was once a bear that got into some cocaine, and then the rest is fabricated where he goes on a massive rampage and kills lots of people. Like,
I'm really scared for that movie when it comes out in theaters because I work at a theater, and I know we're just gonna get like so many people coming to watch that movie.
All those cocaine addicts.
All the cocaine addicts. I want to see the bear.
Wait, Cocaine Bear or The Machine?
Cocaine Bear.
Or both of them.
I'm worried about that one. The Machine, I don't know when that's coming out. So
that's Labor Day?
Really? Be in the mountains.
In May.
What kind of crowd? I mean, could you imagine? Maybe you're gonna have to inform us next time. The type of cocaine crowd, people doing cocaine, just go watch a movie about a bear doing cocaine.
It's possible. If you just get like
possible.
Oh yeah, definitely possible. Either that or just a bunch of like teenagers coming to watch that.
I'm coming to watch it. Just teenagers.
I'm coming to watch it.
I want to.
I want to go watch it.
Yeah, I have a free pass for my theater, so I'm just gonna probably go watch it.
I'm gonna go sneak in that theater and watch it with you, bud.
You know, it kind of sucks. Our managers take it really, really seriously. Like anybody who sneaks in, they get kicked out immediately. Because we have.
How do they prove it?
They go into every theater and they have the list of the people who are seated, and if they see somebody who isn't in there,
now with the assigned seating, huh?
Yeah,
easy. Unless you're like me and go to the wrong movie theater at the wrong time and just kick people out of your seats.
What was that? That was Ghostbusters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
and then you got it for the wrong day.
Yeah, everything was wrong, and we didn't get kicked out.
We sat down and enjoyed the shit out of that movie. Is what we did.
I just told those people like, no, you're fucking wrong. Check your tickets.
These are my friends. We're like, yeah, he's supposed to be here.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm gonna go. I think from the best to worst, okay? So SISO is the next best, in my opinion.
Agreed.
And so this takes place in Finland during World War II, right, Kyden?
Yeah, World War II, 1944. It was the Nazi occupation of Finland.
There you go.
Mute the button. Okay.
No, please.
And there's this guy. He's actually from Game of Thrones. He's the guy that starts turning to rock, if you remember him. And he finds some gold, and he's heading back. And also, he's pretty much like lost his whole family and everything. And then Nazis come and stop him and like want to like take even more from him, like his dog and I guess maybe go find his gold. I don't know. And then he's like, fuck you. I'm going to stab everyone in the head with a knife. And he does so. And and then he finds a pickaxe at some point, and it just goes and turns into a massive one-man army against all these Nazis and guys. Nazis are just blowing up everywhere.
So this is like if the Minor 49er was more powerful from Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, if you watch Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Minor 40. All right, I like it. Yeah, I mean, it had some gore. It has some history, so this is right up your alley, Kyden.
It looks awesome. That looks really cool.
And it's by the people that did John Wick, so like the action looks on the same level
really cool.
as that. And I mean, who can't get behind like blowing up some Nazis, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could get down on blowing up some Nazis.
Yeah. So
that one looks cool. I'd really be excited to see it. When does that come out?
No idea. Not always the best at catching those dates.
Me either.
But we all got these magical devices that you can usually type words into and you get answers.
True.
So it's pretty cool.
That's true. Yeah.
And then the worst, which why is this like? It's kind of like a common theme now, as I think with like Russell Crowe, is he's not doing too many good movies now.
No, he's in a funk, dude.
Yeah,
I think it's money.
money. I think money, or
he's getting paid. He's getting paid pretty well to do these movies, right? I mean, you figure he would never. I don't see a reason why Russell Crowe would do Pope's Exorcist for more than like a lot of money. You know what I mean? And
dude, that budget for this movie for the Pope's Exorcist does not look like it has a big budget. Unless they just blew it all on him.
They might have given him like
possible
a percentage of the profits to a box office.
This movie is probably not going to do that great.
I'm just saying, there's many reasons why he would want to do it.
But I mean, okay. The last movie I can actually think that I liked him in. Oh man, I can think of a couple actually, but like he hasn't done that much. And then he did Unhinged, which I actually really enjoyed. That he was a great, kind of.
Unhinged was good, yeah.
Yeah, a killer there.
That was one where he had like massive road rage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what before that? I mean, what has he done? Oh, he played Zeus. I forgot Zeus.
See, my thing with Russell Crowe, or my thing with this movie is, I'm over this whole exorcism story. Like, if that's your way to like bring horror into the theaters, is another exorcism, another old timey Catholic story. Like, I'm not into it. Like, the original Exorcist is like the only one that's worked for me, and everything else has just been a cheap ripoff.
Yeah. I've noticed like the last 4 horror movies that have come into my theater that are paranormal based all have some kind of exorcism.
See,
like that Nun movie. What was that called? Did you guys ever like see the previews for that?
The Nun?
No, it was like about a nun.
Yeah, the Nun.
No. It was about some like young nun. She's not old.
The Nun too.
And it was like about this chick, and she was like, and they spoiled the entire movie in the trailer, and I had to watch it.
And there was like exorcism in it, right?
Yeah, she was like she had to be exorcised because the demon came into her.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it's on Amazon Prime, but
it didn't do very well.
Yeah,
because people
Pray
are
for the devil.
The movies. Yeah, Pray for the Devil. That's exactly
there you go.
Yeah, that movie is dumb. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
And we're getting a Nun too this year, apparently.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is that they're just this movie's trying to capitalize that they're remaking The Exorcist. I believe it's supposed to come out around October of this year. So this is just beating them to the punch in April with probably something that doesn't look as good. So,
like that Viola Davis, like Wakanda Forever ripoff movie.
Oh yeah, The Woman King. It's on Netflix now.
I watched that movie. I had no idea of the historical inaccuracies when I watched it. So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And no, it's actually a terrible movie based on a completely falsified premise. And Viola Davis is pretty good in it.
So it sounds like Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just like Wakanda Forever. If it was about Viola Davis. Actually, I just watched Wakanda Forever.
It looked straight up. I thought it was
It's the
Black
same
Panther
movie.
when I saw that trailer, but
I thought it was. They basically said Black Panther without saying Black
Back
Panther.
in time, yeah, it's like Back in Time.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess all of us are pretty down on the Pope's Exorcist, which I think I don't know why they needed Russell Crowe, but whatever.
Has Nick Cage ever been a pope in an Exorcist type of film?
That's why he's the best, because he's never been in one of those.
He's spoke to ghosts before and stuff, so I mean, does that count?
He would be a very good religious figure trying to do an exorcism on someone.
I mean, he's pretty close, like in Face Off. He's more the
or his scene when he was dying in Kick-Ass.
Oh yeah,
And he was a bit Bad Daddy, and he was like screaming for the little girl.
oh yeah.
He was being exorcist.
I think actually he's had some stuff like beef against religious figures. Like I remember when he was really against Santa Claus in those 3 movies.
Yeah, Santa Claus is a really religious figure. Hey, Kyden, did you know that Nick Cage has never gone to space?
No way. He's been never. You gotta get him in a.
He doesn't have a space movie, dude.
New Fast and Furious movie. Get him in.
Can't think of one.
He started the Fast and Furious franchise with Gone in 60 Seconds. But I see you listen to the podcast. I know you do, because that's the premise for Fast 11. Bring back Gone in 60 Seconds, have them fight the Fast and Furious family, and battle it out with Cadillacs and dinosaurs and end up in space.
Yeah, true. That's cool.
Perfect ending. Man, you just set it off into new franchises. It can split so many different directions. It's perfect.
It's really good.
You can have one with The Rock.
Yeah, it's that too. All right. Those are our trailers for today. What do we got for news?
Oh, we got some news. It's just news. News by us. All right. I threw this together. I took a nap when I came home from work, and then I threw it together in between our time with the podcast, and still didn't come up with anything that good. Little shits like Mandalorian Season 3 premiere. People are upset because it's only 35 minutes long. So it is the shortest runtime of any Star Wars premiere.
That is really odd. I mean, they always are about, what? Maybe like 45 to,
at least, dude.
50 to 60, right?
Maybe they're gonna release like 2 or 3 episodes at once, and
They usually do, don't they?
Yeah. So if that's the case, I'm okay with that. But
that's how you introduce a franchise, right? You put 1, 2, 3. You put like 1, 2, 3 episodes so that people get invested in it.
Yeah, but they already been introduced. Though
Yeah.
This is just the new season. This is season 3 of it. So I don't know. It's strange, but you know what? I'm not concerned at all because it's going to be a tight 35, and it's going to be awesome, and you're going to be wanting more.
Give me episode 1 and 2 day of, and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Next up, apparently Warner Brothers is putting their eggs in a basket with a new Lord of the Rings movie, and they announced that. So we're getting more Lord of the Rings. Hey, Kyden, have you watched Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I have.
All of them?
I've watched at least most of them.
Are they accurate?
They are not good. Yeah.
Did you enjoy them?
I thought they were cool. My least favorite character has got to be Frodo.
Frodo sucks.
I don't like him. I think Aragorn would have been a much better protagonist. Even like anybody but him. Like Legolas would have been great, And I think if Boromir would have got over himself with the ring, I think that would have been a cool character arc. I think anybody but Frodo would have been really cool. I think he's a side character. I'm not a fan of him. But other than that, I did really like the Lord of the Rings movies.
A side character who got his own spinoff.
Yeah. The Hobbit. I really did not watch that movie.
He's not in The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
It's not.
I did not.
Hobbit's the prequel with Baggins.
Really?
Oh, wait. No. Who's the guy that Frodo was hanging out with in the beginning? Bilbo. Is it Bilbo Baggins?
That's the first guy with the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Frodo's last name?
Baggins.
Gaggins.
Is it Baggins too?
No.
Did you say Gaggins?
Yeah, Gaggins. Who is he?
I don't know. I don't know how they're doing. This is gonna be interesting because now, like there's no other books. Like now they're just gonna make up shit. Which I mean, I guess that's what Amazon's doing with it. So,
did you guys ever play the Shadow of Mordor games?
No, but I heard they were really good. Aren't they?
They're really good.
Yeah,
they're really, really good. And I think if a story about Celebrimbor and the main character, I forget his name right now, Talion, Celebrimbor, their relationship. If they would have based a movie on that, it would be great.
That stuff's it's like before everything, right? Like when the rings were around.
Yeah, it's like,
and they're all fighting for it.
So Celebrimbor was the ring maker. That's him. He makes the shit. So he's like one of the elven craftsmen that made it, and he made his own ring. And then Talion died, and Celebrimbor came to him and was like, "I'll give you your revenge for your family," because he got killed by a bunch of orcs who killed his family. So he came back and he killed all of them. And then now him and Celebrimbor are like attached because the ring gives him life and also his spirit.
You know, the hardest thing this is the same shit with Game of Thrones is that I can't remember anyone's name.
Yeah, I thought Frodo was in The Hobbit.
Yeah, as soon as you start spinning them all out, I'm just like, what? Who are we talking about?
I think it's like totally like, I think that's like it's like Young Justice, I guess. You know, like how it is to like in like the regular DC superhero.
Yeah, but I could list all the Young Justice's name and have no issues.
But I'm just like,
this weird.
It's kind of like an alternate kind of like thing. It's like a whole different thing. But it's really, really cool. And it has like Galadriel, that elfin woman. It has Shelob in it.
Shelob.
Shelob, I remember that.
Yeah, no, she's like a main character in that game. Tally and her have like history or something.
I don't remember.
Right, what's next?
And also has Sauron. You fight Sauron in that game. It's a really good.
Peter, are they making a Wayne's World 3?
Yes.
You know, there was talks, I think, back in the day, but then I think what came of it was like a Super Bowl ad where they came back together.
Because Dana Carvey just posted something on Instagram that he and Mike Myers are on set again for Wayne's World, and kind of sparked some rumors that Wayne's World 3 is in the making. We're not sure yet. You see the picture?
No, I did not see the picture.
It's on your sheet. Go ahead and click that.
It's not working.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up over here. Present.
Yeah, this could be done for another number of reasons. Like they did that with like a special SNL episode where they brought them back.
Cool. I think it's just like a Super Bowl ad or like maybe a short film or like something like that. I don't think it's a whole new movie. Maybe.
Let me ask you this: if they bring back Wayne's World, you think it's a little bit too late for them?
No.
All right.
Mike Myers is a genius. He's played Cat in the Hat. I have full faith in him.
He plays Cat in the Hat. Out of all his characters, Cat in the Hat.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It is so. Ryan. It's so weird, man. Kids these days, there's such a disconnect because their references to movies are so much different than ours. Like, ask him about like the Star Wars prequels. He loves them.
Really?
I don't like 1, but 2 and 3 I think redeem 1.
I'm on the same page.
And I still enjoy 1, but I think it. I don't watch it when I watch all of them. I know it already, so I just move past it.
That's a good point, but dude, I mean, Peter, he brings up the best point about that is the prequels were made for his generation. They weren't made for us.
So when you started watching Star Wars,
I watched 4, 5, 6 first.
Oh, okay.
I had 4, 5, and 6 on VHS, so I watched 4, 5, and 6 all the time. And I'd watch 4, and then I'd watch 5, and then I'd watch 6, and then I realized that there is more. There's more movies.
Yeah.
I was born in 2004, man. I'm not like super young, but I didn't even know the prequels existed
wow. See, that's even interesting. So, all right, you never saw you weren't there when like Austin Powers was a big thing.
I didn't like Austin Powers. I don't like how British people sound.
But that's Cat in the Hat right there.
That is Cat in the Hat, but he doesn't sound like that. That's why he's the best. That's his best character.
That's your Cat in the Hat. Like, and this is why Wayne's World is kind of a big thing, because before all of that, that's Wayne is his character.
Yeah.
And dude, I was watching I watched Tommy Boy the other day, and I was like, man, if only Chris Farley did not die. Chris Farley would have just been top of the world, man. He would have been in all the Adam Sandler movies. He would have been in all the Dana Carvey, all of them. He'd have the Netflix contract. Chris Farley was the glue that put that together.
Who's that one guy? Who's that one guy that's in every single Adam Sandler movie?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. What do you guys think about Rob Schneider?
Dude, he's had some good ones. He was a hot chick. He was Deuce Bigelow. He was the You Can Do It guy in The Water Boy.
Yeah, but I'm like, what is your opinion on him? Because people seem to despise him. What does he do? Like everybody does. I feel like everyone's like fucking Rob Schneider. Did he do something? Did he do something to deserve that?
No, it was South Park, dude. It was South Park, because there was an episode where they're like, "Yeah, Rob Schneider, he's in this one movie." It was him.
Weird.
There you go. Good old South Park. But if there's another Wayne's World, I mean, I think it'll be pretty big, because it'll be just like, I think, Top Gun Maverick, where you're going to have all these older guys that grew up with Wayne's World, and you're going to have the younger crowd coming in too. And it's just perfect combo.
I would watch Wayne's World 3, because I liked Wayne's World 1. I don't know if I ever seen 2. I think I probably would have.
Dude, we were in Arizona, and Bohemian Rhapsody came on, and my aunt's fiance goes, "Hey, what movie does this remind you of?" And everybody's like, "Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody." I said, "Wayne's World." He's like, "Oh yeah, it is Wayne's World. Wayne's World made this song. Like, yeah, I know it was a good song from Queen, but Wayne's World made this song." There's been, I don't know, we do this once a year where we get it together in a, what do you call them? A palooza? We do a palooza, and then, see, we didn't do it this year so far. We got to do another palooza just so we could sing that song.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, when we do a drunken palooza.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Didn't you guys already do them?
We do them all the time. We just haven't sang
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah.
Next time.
So get ready for it, Kyden.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Last piece of news is Cocaine Bear review. It's a very silly gore fest. It's currently at a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. So people like it, but I think people are just trying to trash it for what it is. Like, if you read the expert reviews or the critic reviews, dude, sometimes a movie is just what it is. Like, it's a movie about a bear that gets into cocaine. Like, let it be what it is.
Yeah. Well, and the fact this is at 72%, I mean, that's still pretty impressive. Again, because look at the title.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what everyone is like shocked by, and I think that's why it's bringing all this curiosity, and people are like, so far I'm hearing like only good things about it is because it's a ridiculous kind of true premise that they just expanded on, and I can't wait to see it. And I've even heard, I've only read the title, I'm sure this kind of like jokingly, but a lot of these movies, they can start off with a joke where Elizabeth Banks is talking about, like, I would only come back to do like cocaine sharks for like blah, blah, blah. But I was like, cocaine sharks? Now we're talking.
Cocaine sharks would be awesome, dude.
Can you imagine a franchise of just all these different, drugged out, like different animals on a rampage?
Dude, the cocaine Sci-Fi would have a heyday with that.
Yes.
Megalodon versus cocaine shark.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if it starts going around that way. This is like the next like Sharknado franchise, just cocaine animals. Then they start fighting one another, right? And
fighting for more cocaine. I like it.
Can't wait. So,
well, Kyden, you got to give us a report on the amount of people who went to go see Cocaine Bear. I think I'm going to go see it. And you brought up a good point, dude. Elizabeth Banks is the director of this, and have you seen her filmography?
I know she did Pitch Perfect 2. We're talking about just directing or films? What are we talking about?
Directing.
I only know Pitch Perfect 2.
She also did Charlie's Angels.
Oh, really? Was that her first one?
Is that movie any good?
No, her first one was Pitch Perfect 2, I believe.
Oh, and then she did Charlie's... Oh, she did the Charlie's Angels with the newer one.
Yeah.
Remake.
Yep.
I didn't watch that. Did you watch it?
Nope.
Yeah. So, I don't...
Maybe it's good.
I'm sure it probably is fine. Because Pitch Perfect 2, I thought she did a great job with. And so far, I think Cocaine Bear is doing amazing. So,
Out yet?
Ryan said it comes out this week. So this Friday, February 24th, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Tomorrow. Probably tonight.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
They had the premieres a day before. So, yeah, it's coming out tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised if it can take down Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man 3 has been awful. We've had we have about 120 capacity, and we're selling 90 to 60 every time.
Wow.
It's bad.
But now you're on a second week, though. Do you think
it's gotten down. It's gotten down for sure.
Yeah.
It's down to 20, 40.
It'll be interesting to see if Cocaine can overtake it for the week.
I don't see why not.
Maybe Marvel just needs to give Ant-Man some cocaine in his small form.
All right. So we're talking about Ant-Man. Why don't we move into reviews?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peter, you first.
All right. I watched Plane, which...
Plane?
Yep, just Plane.
Just Plane.
This is Gerard Butler. And, it's so weird. This is, the complete opposite. Russell Crowe's doing all these, weird movies that I don't want to see. And Gerard Butler's doing all these kick-ass, low-budget action films that I do want to see. and this is one of them, man. Plane, and it comes out always the perfect time, right? It's in January. It's watched. Yeah, I think this came out in January. Now it's on VOD. That's how I watched it. And it is, it's a fun watch. The whole premise is that he's the captain of this, red eye flights that they're going from China, I think, to I don't know where. They get on this flight, very small crew, not a lot of passengers, and one of his passengers, just to add some drama to the movie, is a murderer who is getting transported to I think to the States. They must be going to the States.
Sounds like Con Air.
Yeah, but there's only one con.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm curious if they ever really do this. Do cops really go hey, we're transporting this prisoner, and we need to take a red eye flight, and we'll just sit in the very back of your commercial flight, but don't let anyone come near us. That was the whole thing, and the captain's just okay, I guess that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, you do your thing. You're good.
Yeah.
Do you want some peanuts?
Yeah, it's just you and and him, and he's in handcuffs. Yeah, no one will ask any questions. It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
So, they go. They're looking at the pre-flight, weather and everything. It looks awful, and the guy, is he's all right, we can go around this, but it's going to add an hour on, and this save money and not waste fuel. Whoever the higher up of this company, the flight people, is no, you go right through it, just fly higher, basically, and it's whatever, you're the boss, and so they tried doing that, ends poorly. They get shot with like lightning, lose all communication, all power, and they got to make emergency landing. That's exciting in itself,
Do they
right?
crash? Or are they just making an urgent landing?
Emergency landing. The plane is still usable. Gerard Butler is a hell of a captain, hell of a pilot, and he does some maneuvers and he lands this plane safely. Everyone's intact. Actually, I take that back. 2 people die because they didn't listen. Dude, when a captain tells you to put on your seatbelts and fasten them tight, you need to listen because there could be some extreme turbulence and you go flying and smack your head and break your neck on a seat.
And that happens.
It does. 100% accurate.
Historically accurate.
Right, Kyden?
No.
So
I think he's going to be our history expert from now on.
I know. So they make this emergency landing, and everyone's fine, and they're on this like remote island, like in the Philippines, and what they don't know, spoiler, I guess, which is not a spoiler, is that there's like violent separatist people there, and what they've been doing is like finding out is like capturing like people that shouldn't be there and try to like hold them for ransom. So that's the premise right there. Those violent people, the violent separatists, they go and kidnap all these people, and Gerard Butler, with the help of obviously, I think you know who, the Khan, because always, there's always redeeming qualities, and I also think it goes in hand. It's like it's all right if this guy goes and kills a whole bunch of people, even if they're bad guys, because he's kind of a bad guy. He already knows how to handle himself. And that's played by Luke Cage himself, Michael
Coulter?
Coulter, yes. He is the bad guy. And so it's like a buddy cop, film with Gerard Butler and him. And, they got to team up to pretty much save all the passengers and get them to safety. But it's again, pretty simple, but really great action. If anything I could say that could be better is like I wanted more Michael Coulter and him being a badass, because then they bring in this whole like mercenaries to help out, and then they kind of take over, and I was like, oh man, I wanted the extreme, I want this extreme action of just like Gerard Butler and him just like, taking out the whole gang, right? I just wanted them to take everyone on their own. I didn't want them to have help. Regardless, though, still very enjoyable, very action packed, and it's a wild ride. So I recommend it. I don't think you can go wrong with these. Some of the CGI is not that great with the plane and the flying, but also at the same time, like they did actually kind of a cool job where they go to like the plane company's headquarters, and they're talking about like, all right, what do we do? How do we fix this solution? And even them, how they're addressing it with the public. Like they really thought about everything in this film. Like it's pretty tight. And you know how I love to find plot holes. I don't have them.
Wow. Okay. That being said, if this movie doesn't have plot holes, then this must be a good recommendation for you, right, Peter?
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. I mean, again, like it's just Gerard Butler has a long list of these action movies that, they're not bad. They're just lower budget, but they're really good stories and decent acting. And I also just don't know why he never changes his accent, but
he doesn't, does he?
No, it's always the same, and he's fine with it. And like that must be a thing where, that's in his contract. It's like, no, I'm not changing for anyone. Like, I'll be your action star, but I'm not my voice. So
Peter, I have an answer to why he's making all these movies. You ready?
yes,
He's also the producer of them.
I was about to say that. Yeah. What? He's picking out good movies though, and he's producing them well. So keep on doing it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's had the Olympus Has Fallen series under his belt. London Has Fallen.
Way better than The White House Down, by the way.
Yeah.
I watched The White House Down when I was younger. That movie, it was like Black Hawk Down or something.
No, that's different.
Oh no! It was like it was White House Down, and there was like a black. They were like in a Black Hawk, and it went.
Oh, okay.
And it hit in that, and then I was like, "Whoa!" It like blew my
with Jamie
8-year-old
Foxx
brain.
and Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I was like, I can't remember. I was probably like 8.
Well, have you seen Olympus Has Fallen?
No, what is that?
That's with Gerard Butler saving the president,
Oh, nice.
and it's way cooler in my opinion because they also made a franchise of it.
You would think his last couple ones, like Greenland Cop Shop and Last Seen Alive, would have been bad, but they're not bad. They're
Great, and I've seen all those. And I have like a whole list of like Gerard Butler movies that I forgot I watched that I never talked about, and so I wrote them all down so I won't forget. So there might be the next few episodes are all going to be about Gerard Butler.
My favorite from him is Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, it's so good,
Dude, he is so. Have you seen that, Kyden? That's a good movie. It's historically accurate and has Jamie Foxx and it has Gerard Butler in it. And it's one of those movies I can't tell you anything about it. You really just got to watch it. But
Does it take place before 1600?
no.
I'm not interested. No.
I'll
I'll probably check it out. What streaming service is it on?
we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
See, that's the question nowadays. I'd be like, dude, I don't know. Go to Blockbuster. Get it from Redbox.
Yeah, but Plane, check it out. I also just love how it's just called Plane, and because all the other ones like Flight, all those are just gone. So like it just got to be Plane. Can't be Airplane. It's Plane.
Where can you find Plane on streaming services, Peter?
I told you VOD. You gotta pay for that shit. Good shit. You gotta pay for it. Worth it.
To answer your question, Kyden, Law Abiding Citizen is on HBO Max and Hulu
I have that. I have both of those.
and Prime.
Nice.
You want to tag team this one, Kyden? And
Yeah.
you got another one you want to talk about?
Yeah, I can do.
All right. Let me tell you about the experience. So, and I hope Ryan Klein listens to this because lives in Parker and is like, hey, man, I found this really cool movie theater. It's in the middle. It's Cherry Creek. They redid everything, and we should go check it out there. And Peter, I saw it in 3D, dude. And let me tell you, I just reaffirmed I'm done with 3D movies. I don't like them. I think they're stupid. I don't get into them. And I forget they're 3D like 20 minutes into it. Also, the Cherry Creek Theater sucks because you can hear the sound from the other theaters in your theater. And then when you're wearing the 3D glasses, the exit sign is right in front of your face. And you just have this giant green glow on your glasses. Took me away from the movie experience completely. AMC Promenade is the best IMAX.
Harkins Arvada 14.
Harkins Arvada 14 is also very dope. They got some good staff over there, and they know that you're in the seat that you're supposed to be in too.
They do. Yeah. They know. Do
you guys have like a big Dolby or IMAX theater?
We have 2 IMAX theaters. We're not rich enough to have more than that.
2 is good.
Let's have a great loyalty program. Get a loyalty cup. Bring it in $2 refills.
Wait, hold up, guys.
Great deal.
Go ahead.
Join Harkins. Join the loyalty program. You get points for every dollar you spend.
Are you gonna get extra? Are you gonna get like a bonus for this?
No, they don't give you anything. They let you have tips, to be honest.
Tipped Kyden whenever you go there. And then, dude, Harkins is a good spot for it because you can watch a movie and you could go to Old Town Arvada right afterwards. You can rent a car from me, a sweet one, and then have a good date night.
Really, really fun area. We just got this new Italian fusion place. It only has one good menu item.
He's just supporting Arvada. All the local businesses in Arvada.
I like it. All right. Hey, well, that was a good review for Ant-Man.
Yeah.
No, Ant-Man was good, dude. all the credits. They're trying to knock this movie. I feel like Marvel movies are going to get this right now. It is what it is. It's a movie that's setting up the next phase, and it's storytelling. Like, dude, what else can you get out of Ant-Man? He shrinks, he gets large, and they go into the quantum realm. That's what this movie is all about. You learn a lot more about Kang, and you get to see some cool creatures. I like these. I like the quantum realm society things. I think they were a little bit cooler than the Guardians, like Aliens or like Ragnarok. They give you that vibe. They're funny, they're quirky, and they have to battle for their world. Their quantum world. I enjoyed it. It's a Marvel movie, dude. Like, Peter,
I'm just curious, like, how much of the movie is inside this realm? Like, is all of it basically?
Pretty much
5%.
How much?
5% of the movie. Maybe honestly, like 88%, because like the beginning and the end isn't. But I would say almost all of it is. Almost all of it.
I would even say higher. I would say like literally, you get the intro of what Scott Lang is up to, and then they have dinner, and then they're in the quantum world, and then they're like the last scene, they're like back.
So just like all CGI nonstop.
Yeah.
Which kind of pissed me off because I read something today that Disney spent most of their time and their budget in Wakanda Forever CGI versus this one. This one needs more CGI than Wakanda did.
Yeah, doesn't that? It makes no sense. Like, because I think we even talked about watching some of the trailers. Like, you can some of that CGI is not that great. Like, what are you doing, Marvel? Like, I mean, yes, you should make all your movies good. Like, yeah, focus on Wakanda Forever because that was first, but now you're gonna put out this like half-ass, job on Ant-Man. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just curious. Where'd you guys think the CGI was bad? I don't know. Maybe I'm just like trained to look at that kind of stuff.
I remember in the trailer, it just looked like good CGI. Like, everything meshes well, right?
Yeah.
I felt there was just some clear times, especially in the trailer. And I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't really speak to that. Maybe they corrected some of this, but
they did.
Yeah, like it just seemed like it was clear that like he's just in front of a green screen, like it stood out so bad. Like it just didn't, I know he's in a different realm, but it was a little too much where it felt like, no, you're just like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's the thing. Like when you go into a movie like this, you have to expect that. So maybe the 3D aspect of it helped me like detach from the whole cartooniness of it, because it was supposedly 3D. But I was okay with the CGI. Like Kyden, when he went into the core, and they were talking about his different, like, what was it? Help me out with this. Where it was his like different doubts or his different like personalities. And when he multiplied, and then when the Wasp was multiplying, that was a very cool scene. And the way they executed that was top notch, dude. So
it looked great.
Yeah. Overall, the only thing that this movie was missing was Luis.
Reloaded.
What's that?
Matrix Reloaded.
Better than the Matrix Reloaded when all the Neos come out.
100%.
Or no, not Neos. Agent Smith. Sorry.
Yeah. The only thing missing from this was Luis and his storytelling.
Oh.
Yep.
Really?
He's not in it once.
That's a shame.
But if you're a fan of MODOK's in this a lot.
MODOK is in there a lot. He's chilling.
He's chilling.
He's MODOK.
He's
Yeah, I've seen a lot about that. That's been like a big topic in
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's because not a lot of people, like the masses, don't know MODOK.
Yeah, and I guess how they brought him into the MCU is pretty genius. So, but I haven't seen it, and I don't want to spoil anything. No. So, yeah, continue on. Like, I mean, for Ant-Man, I mean, how is this?
It's a good movie. It like I said, it's storytelling. The whole purpose of this movie is to set up. What are we on? Phase 4?
I think it's phase 5 now.
Really?
He kicks off phase 5.
Yeah, so its purpose is to set up phase 5, and it's very apparent that Kang is the he's going to be the baddie in a couple movies.
Yeah, and like the whole like ending thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where he's at the end and he's walking away from the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like that whole thing, like setting it up.
And what'd you think about the after credit, mid credit scenes? Do you think they were a little weak?
All right. I didn't like hate them. I guess
They didn't blow me away though.
Yeah, well, I know like the very, very end is, and this is, I read this somewhere. I don't think this is really a spoiler, but it's not even about Ant-Man, right? It's Loki season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Disney's way of setting up the MCU TV universe.
Yeah, and you know, trying to connect both things and get more people to subscribe to Disney Plus. I mean, I'm excited for Loki season 2. I like the first season, but you know, I guess when I'm seeing like, I don't think I want to see a trailer or an intro to a series. You know, like give me something more, Disney.
Yeah, you can put that on my television and I'll watch it anytime.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the other thing I thought was interesting was I heard it's really the Wasp kind of gets like kind of left out like a lot in this movie. Is that true?
She's very much a side character.
she's a side character, but she's in most scenes. I feel like it's an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, but it's called Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And notice the and.
So the and
Notice
is
the and after that.
she's just in the back.
Yeah, it's like it's Batman and Robin. Robin's there, but he's not the guy. It's Batman.
He's got a point.
That's kind of what it is.
I get it, but like she did a lot though in the second one.
Yeah, because the title was just Ant-Man and the Wasp. This one is Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumanium.
Yeah, so we got Quantumania though.
So should they have done Ant-Man and the Quantumanium and then the Wasp?
No, it's Ant-Man in Quantumanium and Wasp.
And Wasp. We got the title wrong.
It should have been Quantumanium, an Ant-Man story, including the Wasp.
Yeah.
Because it's not like she's like not in the movie. She's in the movie like a quarter, maybe like 30-40% of the time. I feel like she's in the movie a good amount, especially towards the end.
Let's just say her mom is more of a character than she is in this movie.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Like she kind of got like taken out a little bit. So
who cares?
And you know who, dude, Peter, can I ruin this one for you?
I mean, you're ruining it to me and all the listeners potentially, but
Bill
sure.
Murray's character is a big waste.
Big waste,
Big waste, dude.
I was like, holy shit, Bill Murray! And then Bill Murray.
Man, that makes me sad. I see, but I read something that's kind of like the opposite. That was like perfect for him.
I mean, he's old. It's perfect for him if he's old as fuck.
He is old as fuck.
Dude,
That's it.
He's got a good point.
Like
He's funny, but
He's funny
huge
for
waste.
the time, yeah.
I guess I just never really thought like what could he actually do in a Marvel movie? You know, like I didn't.
I could see.
I took this. Oh man, let me compare this real fast, and you can see. Tell me if this is accurate or not. Like I thought it was a big waste of him in the females Ghostbusters. Like, are we talking like that wasteful?
No. Think he's like if Star Wars just ended Lando Calrissian in Empire.
Oh,
Like Lando came in and did his thing and was gone. You never saw him in Return of the Jedi.
yeah, but you want more.
You want more of
Mhm.
them. Yeah.
Interesting.
But the way they kind of left it is like, I don't think you're going to get more from him.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the worst part about this movie is, there's three things. It's Marvel's quirky little writing, and then Scott Lang's daughter. Her lines are just awful. Her dialogue is so bad in this movie.
Is it bad or just her delivery?
I don't know if it's really her fault. She's fed like some of the worst shit ever.
Is this like George Lucas writing in the prequels?
No, it's like you ever seen that like Mark Hamill where he's like Luke Skywalker and he's like it's like this whole line where Luke's like tells like this whole shit and he's like, people don't talk like that, Mark. It's her. Nobody fucking talks like that. Why are you saying that? Why are you doing the thing you do?
Kyden, what you got to remember, man, you don't be a dick.
True.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie, you'll get it.
She's such a dumb fucking character. And I think her whole thing where she's like, I don't know, her whole like arc, if you want to call it that, is dumb. She doesn't do anything. And also her like entire setup for her, like the entire like setup for her is dumb. Like she's just a bitch. She's just
That's why
you know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
like her.
No, you know the whole thing about how she was at the beginning of the film where they found her and everything?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did she do that? She thought that was a good idea? That's just stupid.
Because, dude, I think I agree with you, but it makes sense because she is Scott Lang's daughter, and Scott Lang was kind of a dumb thief.
Okay, well, she didn't steal anything. The thing that she stole is dumb as fuck, and she didn't go to jail for stealing, did she? Right?
She did shrink the cop car and steal that.
That was dumb. That was dumb. All that did was make him walk home.
I can't comment on any of this, but
no, her thief arc is pretty dumb because they kind of set her up where like Scott is unbeknownst to like that his daughter's some super genius and a thief just like him. So like there's this whole like dichotomy of them like, oh, you should have told me because I would have like prepped you for jail or I would have done this and blah blah blah, and like she's like, I'm sorry, Dad, I didn't tell you. Here, I'm gonna try and do this.
And her whole thing about like I'm a super genius now because Grandpa taught me. What? What? That's not how that works.
Hey, we were talking spaceships. Was that spaceship not cool? Would you not want to put your hands in some weird goo things and control it?
Yeah, that was like he was like, I'll drive.
Peter, you got to watch this movie. Okay, I think that's my point. Is you got to watch it. Like it's fun, dude. I think
some of the writing is bad, especially Scott Lang's daughter's dialogue and everything she does just pisses me off. The whole movie, she's so like, and like that dinner scene where everybody was like talking to Ant-Man. I was like, how dare you talk to him like that?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? You guys didn't do shit.
Oh man!
How dare you talk to Ant-Man like that? You're right.
Are you fucking serious? Thanos. I don't know. I feel like they're just pieces of shit to him for no reason in that whole movie, and it's undeserved. And
even the director is a piece of shit to Ant-Man because he didn't give him his friend Luis to bail him out with an awesome story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's I feel like it falls flat for me. That's the only thing that like I really, really hated about it was the writing. I think the CGI looked fine. I love Paul Rudd's performance as Ant-Man every time. He's so good. He's always been such a good actor. I always like his delivery of his lines, what he does. So he's the best part of the movie, in my opinion. And then the whole world is really cool. But that's I was give it like so out of 5, I give it like a 3.
Okay. Peter, out of 20, what would you give it?
Probably a 20.
All right, cool.
He loves it.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it, dude. But I'm a Marvel fan. Like I understand their purpose in this big scheme of things. Like the only two that threw me off was Eternals and Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see them like going back to that somehow. But am I stoked for it? Not really. But Ant-Man, I'm stoked to like have them go back and reference the quantum realm.
I thought it's a cool place, and if it takes place in the quantum realm, I think it's going to be really cool. Especially because, Ant-Man knows it, so he'll be able to be like, check it out, guys. I'm a quantum realm guy. I think
he could save them all over again, dude.
Yeah.
He's the Avenger that figured it out. So
and everybody shits on him for being an author. They're like, you wrote a book, you dumbass. You're not a real Avenger. I'm like, yes, he is. What?
Hey, he only got free coffee because he was Spider-Man.
Yeah, thank you, Spider-Man. But no, remember at the end?
Yep.
All right.
All
what
right.
you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Kyden, do you got another movie you want to review?
I guess I watched Gotham Beyond Gaslight. They're really, really cool. It's a DC film. It's one of the animated ones. It's Batman, and it takes place in like Victorian London, and he has to like track down a killer, and it just feels really cool. It gives like it's a really cool aesthetic, in my opinion. I've always liked animated films, and DC does animated so good that
DC does animated very well. Yes.
I just don't understand. I think I'd rather watch most DC films animated over like the last phase of Marvel. Any of them, really. I think I'd watch this movie over any of them.
Very unpopular opinion, but I actually kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I know the animated ones are really good, but they're also just, they're just taking in like all these great stories and just doing whatever they want, which is kind of nice. And I feel like also with that is that like Warner Brothers is like letting them do whatever they want, right? Like, there's not a lot of notes from the studio to like, fuck it up.
Yeah.
The movie though is called Batman Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, Gotham by Gaslight. And it's really good. I think it has a really cool the like how Batman looks in that movie. It's fucking awesome. And I think overall, I think it's like an hour. I think it's like an hour and 18 minutes. It's not a very long film.
So it's set in the past, right?
Yeah, it's set in like Victorian era.
Yeah. Is it Bruce Wayne still, or is it someone else's Batman?
See, I was trying to figure that out the whole time.
Yeah,
I think so.
It is still Bruce.
I think
Wayne.
it's like that.
It's
I
just
don't,
like a different.
It's just like a different timeline. Yeah, and
1889, Bruce Wayne is on tour of Europe.
It's kind of just like if Sherlock Holmes was Batman. You know what I mean? So
isn't Batman Sherlock Holmes?
Batman Sherlock, yeah, same shit, really. I think.
Does he meet Sherlock Holmes there?
Yeah, I have to find out. Watch the movie.
Okay,
it's good. I'll give it like a 4 out of 5, honestly, on a scale of. I think it's better than Ant-Man for sure. It's shorter, which is also like I don't understand. We're making every movie is 2 hours long now. Please stop doing that.
3 now.
Yeah, and I'm like,
how long is Ant-Man? Is it
2 hours
long?
and 6 minutes?
Oh, okay. At least it's not.
I'm like, calm the fuck down. All right, Marvel, you don't need to make Wakanda Forever 2 hours and 40 minutes, however long that movie is. That movie is so annoying. Because, like, I remember vividly having to clean it, and I'm like, are you serious?
I think his opinions are very jaded because he works at a movie theater, just like Evan.
Just like Evan, dude.
Oh man, I hate cleaning up that theater. Fuck that movie.
You can just tell too. Cocaine Bear is going to be a mess for you, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna hate it, even though it's probably gonna be amazing.
I'm probably gonna watch it, and I'm gonna be like, "Wow, it's a really good movie." It's just people that watch it suck. So I think, Gotham by Gaslight, really good. Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, whatever it's called. It's really good. I haven't watched it in a minute, but I did want to talk about it because I've been getting into the DC universe more, and the Batman specifically. God, so cool.
Are you real fast, Kyden? Did you hear the new announcement from James Gunn about the new DCU?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
So you have no thoughts, opinions on that?
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Yeah, I'll have to come back. We're not going to talk about it right now.
You're getting like 3 Batman films, dude.
Yeah, you're getting, into the DC. You might want to check out that announcement.
Very cool.
Tell me what you think.
Let's go into some recommendations. What do you say, boys?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This one very much.
I'll have what she's having.
Yes.
I love that fucking movie. That is one of my favorite movies. Unironically, I love romantic comedies, and that is the best romantic comedy out there.
Your mother does not like when we do recommendations just because of that soundbite.
What? That's the best scene in the movie.
It's the best scene in that movie.
Best scene in that movie. When Harry and Sally are chilling.
All right, you did a review on Gotham by Gaslight. What do you recommend right now, man? What are you watching?
Movies, right?
No, whatever you want.
Oh, okay. So I've been telling all my friends, watch Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, season 1 through 2. It's only 2 seasons. The episode's 20 minutes long. It is probably
So this isn't the original. This is like
Mystery Incorporated. It came out in 2010. It was on Cartoon Network, and unironically, one of the best shows I've ever seen. So short, so sweet. Scooby-Doo does take a backseat to the actual characters, but I feel like everybody in the show has a fulfilling arc. Everyone has their own thing. Everything feels high stakes. They're trying to unravel the entire mystery of Crystal Cove while also solving a mystery every episode. And you just get closer and closer and closer until you can feel the tension towards the end. And everything becomes more dangerous, and the kids get in danger. People die in this. It's edgy.
So is this like anime, like a little bit more adult?
It's an adult. It's PG-13 compared to the G-rated Scooby-Doo. So it is a little more messed up. You do see some gruesome stuff, and I think it's just fucking amazing.
Is that on HBO Max?
It's on HBO Max. It only has 2 seasons, so if you're sick for like 2 or 3 days, pop that on and you won't want to stop watching it.
I like that. If you're sick for a couple days, watch Scooby-Doo. It reminds me of when I was a kid.
Speaking of that, like this is perfect. Like I did the exact same thing, kind of, but I didn't watch that. But still recovering from the shingles. But when I was like kind of just laid out, man. The new season of The Legend of Vox Machina is out on Amazon Prime. Another adult animation, and
that's the D&D.
It's like a D&D, and it's awesome. Like, and it's about like maybe like 10 episodes long or something. But like the stories are just so well done, and it's funny, and it's made for adults, so like tons of blood and guts and everything, and it's fantastic, and they set this. This season is going to lead to, I'm thinking probably like at least like 3 more seasons, and so I hope they can just pump them out fast enough so that I can really enjoy them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second season's out now, so if you haven't seen it, you can watch 2 seasons now, and they're great. So
I'm a fan of their podcast, Critical Role. Yeah. It's got a really annoying fan base. But
so does ours.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a really good if you want to like learn about D&D and you want to learn how to be a good player, just watch that show. A lot of people, it's really good. A lot of people watch it.
Critical Role.
One recommendation.
No, that's good because you know what? I'm starting to learn. My friends are playing a lot of D&D, and I don't play it, so I need to figure that out. So.
Play it. I'll watch Critical Role. All right, Ryan.
Hey, real quick before I get into mine, have you watched Velma?
I watched 2 episodes and I stopped.
Yeah, I got like 3 in.
Subject yourself to Velma.
I think what Kyden recommends is probably the better option.
It's not even in the same fucking universe. Velma is so bad. I watched 1 through 10. I watched every single episode. I was like, please, God, have mercy on me. Have this episode be good.
You could stop, right?
Have this episode be good.
Control.
I could have stopped, but I didn't. I was like, Mindy Kaling, if you don't make one funny joke the entire fucking season, I'm going to kill you. And I'm going to be killing Mindy Kaling because it is not, there's not a single joke in that show.
I don't think she's funny, dude. I don't think she's funny.
She's not funny.
I got some chuckles from the episodes, but it definitely wasn't enough to be like, oh man, I need to watch it. Because the other thing I've actually been watching too, speaking of animation, is Harley Quinn on HBO Max, which is hilarious.
Awesome. Harley Quinn is great, dude.
Yeah. I get Quinn too.
All right, my recommend. Did I review The Last of Us or recommend that?
No.
Dude, catch up on it because it is a fucking good series, dude. It is everything I wanted The Walking Dead to be.
Yeah.
It's a good story. It's on HBO. I mean, like you really get a feel that they're alone. It plays out like a video game. The story is fucking riveting, dude. Like the last 2 episodes I saw, how they both ended, I was just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's a good show. It's a great show.
HBO Max is really hit or miss nowadays.
Yeah.
You got Velma or you got The Last of Us?
No in between. It's fucking awesome or it's really bad.
I tried watching the first episode though, and I didn't make it through, and that's where I stopped with it. So,
dude. Okay, Ron Swanson is in episode 3.
I heard that's really good,
and it's a really good episode. A lot of people are kind of upset because it's about a gay couple, but what else are you going to do if you don't see anybody for years and years and years, and you live your life in isolation
with one guy,
with one dude?
You gotta experiment, you know. It's not even gay at that point, man.
Like, I bet they went to bed a couple times. They're like, no homo, dude. It's just another dude.
I gotta get something done.
Yeah. Right, but, you got another one, Ryan? Or
no, that's it, man. The Last of Us. Watch it.
Well, I feel like I need to give it another shot, so I agree. And now I'm really curious about this whole Scooby-Doo series. So thank you for listening. Thank you guys for being here. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, pew pew out.
Pew pew out, motherfuckers.